Hey there, this is Phil and I want to welcome you onto this webinar where I'm going to be sharing with you a fantastic piece of software that allows you to collect thousands, tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of completely free email addresses of potential prospects and leads. This software is called TCF Email Miner and it allows you to collect the email addresses of potential prospects that are already in the public domain. So these are email addresses of people who have already published their email addresses within their business niche and are waiting to hear from people just like you. This software tool makes it super easy for you to find these people in a mere fraction of the time it would take you to do it manually, so thus freeing up your time to do all the really important stuff like running your business, whilst TCF Email Miner quietly finds you thousands of prospects hour after hour. So if you're a business owner looking for leads and customers, or you're an online marketer or perhaps a network marketer, then this is a really powerful low-cost solution that will help you get enormous numbers of potential leads very, very fast. So I'm glad you joined this webinar. I hope you're getting really excited now. So let's dive straight in. First up, my name is Phil Spilsbury, and along with Ron Perkins, we are the co-creators of TCF Email Miner. And I'd like to welcome everyone that's either hopped on this webinar today live or is watching it as a replay. Now, some of you watching this are probably already existing customers, and some of you are just on here to take a look at the product and see what it does. So what I'm going to do today is give you an end-to-end demonstration of the software, so existing customers can take a look at that and make sure they understand all the functions, and everyone else gets a good chance to take a look and see exactly what TCF Email Miner can do. So first up in this webinar, I'm going to give you an in-depth look of exactly how TCF Email Miner works and what it does. Next up, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can use those email addresses you get from TCF Email Miner. And then I'm going to talk you through one of our top strategies for using those email addresses and something that works for us. Finally, I'm going to go through some of the common questions that we get asked that I haven't covered already through the rest of the webinar. So I hope that sounds good. So let's jump straight into the app. Okay, let's go into a bit more detail of exactly what TCF Email Miner does. TCF Email Miner is a piece of data mining software that works on Windows computers that data mines for email addresses already in the public domain based on keywords that you choose. It does this with data already provided by the main search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, and Ask. We built this tool with the intention of building a powerful means of getting thousands of potential email addresses very, very quickly and easily, and more importantly, email addresses of people who'd already published those email addresses into the public domain with the intention of being contacted within their niche. Now that's really important because it means the people you email with these email addresses are already expecting to be contacted within their niche. So as long as your emails are kept on topic, then it means you've got a really, really great chance of being listened to when you email them. Now we know there are a lot of people out there struggling to get leads and prospects for their businesses, so TCF Email Miner has been built to give you a fast, safe and easy way of doing that very, very quickly. Okay, let me show you exactly how the TCF Email Miner works. Okay, TCF Email Miner works in 4 different modes. And those are standard mode, local business mode, social site mode, and business directory mode. So I'm going to start and give you a quick demonstration of the standard mode. Now, first up, I'm going to clear this set of results that I've got from a previous search. Let me clear those away. And to kick it off, it's as simple as just typing in your keywords here. You can put in a single word, or you can put in multiple words, or if you comma delimit it, you can put multiple search terms and search for multiple things at the same time. So I'm just going to stick with home business. Then all I've got to do is press start. This application is literally a start-stop application. It's very, very, very easy to use. Now we can see those email addresses starting to come in. So we've got email addresses coming in here. It tells us the source URL, the website where it's got these from via the search engines. Shows you the keyword that we're searching for. It shows us the search engine that it's currently getting that data back from, and it shows you the page of the results that it's worked its way through in the search engine, and it tells us the email address that it's currently searching for, but that could be searching for Gmail, Yahoo, whatever we've got set up on the system. So those are coming through. On the bottom, tells us how many emails it's found so far. It tells us how many we've verified. I'll go into that in a moment. And it tells us the progress that we've made so far. Now, I think I've got this set up to pull back 1,000 email addresses, so it's about 1% of the way through, but you can set it to bring back as many email addresses as you want. So what I'm going to do now is press stop. As I said, it's as easy as pressing start and stop. And I'm going to quickly show you the verify option. So that's the button down here. So I press that. What that's now going to do is go away and verify each of those email addresses. Now that's really important because depending on what tool you're using to send your emails out, you don't want lots of email addresses bouncing. So just in case some of these are invalid or not in use anymore, we want to exclude those when we come to actually export those email addresses out onto our computer so we can use them to email those people. Okay, next up I'm going to show you how to export these email addresses, but very, very quickly I want to show you the other search types that we've got on this software. So we've said we've just done a normal search, but we've also got a social site search, we've got a local business search and a business directory search. My favourite is local business options. So if we click on local business search, you can see on the top it's changed keyword to city. Now I can search for different types of businesses that I've preloaded on the system here, or you can click this and type your own in. I'm going to stick to hair salons. Let's say I'm looking for hair salons in London. I'm in the UK, so let's search for those in London. Let's clear those previous results off and press start. So that's going to go away and find email addresses associated with hair salons in London. So if I've got a product, maybe I've got a hair treatment product or a beauty treatment product that I want to sell to local hair salons, then this is a fantastic way of getting contact email addresses, lots of them, very, very quickly. So I can be emailing these people once I've exported these, emailing them and saying, look, I've got a great product I want to demonstrate to you. Can I come and visit you? Can I come and visit you? Or can I send you some more information about it? And as I said, this is going to get you masses and masses of contacts very, very quickly. It's a fantastic data mining tool. Okay, the final thing is exporting the email addresses. As you can see, I've verified the previous search that we did on hair salons in London. 3 have been rejected, so that's great. We're not going to waste our time emailing those 3 people. Now all I've got to do is press export. Simple as pressing that button. I can export just the email address or any of the other columns that you can see on the screen here, and I can decide whether to export all the email addresses or just the ones that we are 100% sure they are valid email addresses. And then all you do is press export. You can save that as a text file or a CSV file. Whatever the format is best for you to be able to import them into whatever the tool is you're going to be using to email these people with. Now, what we tend to do now is email them once or twice and introduce ourselves, offer them a free gift, offer them a lead magnet, and get them to opt into our main lists on services like GetResponse or Aweber. Okay, now we've got a few more settings in. As I said, we've got 2 more search types that you can use. I won't go into lots of detail on those. I think I've given you a real flavour of exactly what this tool can do and how powerful it can be. Okay, so once you've mined and then exported email addresses using TCF Email Miner, how do you send emails to those email addresses? Well, TCF Email Miner is a tool to get you the email addresses, but what it doesn't do is send the emails out for you. So you need a separate piece of mailing software or a mailing service to do that for you. Now, some of you may already be using some mailing software or service to send your emails out, but not all of you. So what I want to do is just offer a couple of pointers on what we advise to do, and more importantly, what we advise not to do. First up, we'd avoid using autoresponder services. Now, we do get asked if you can use these email addresses in autoresponder services like GetResponse or Aweber, but to be honest, we always say no, and the reason we say no is that tools like GetResponse and Aweber are there for email addresses who have subscribed and opted in to someone's mailing list, and it offers a way to send out those emails and manage email campaigns to that email list. But the email addresses you will get from TCF Email Miner have not at this point agreed to be added to your mailing list. The email addresses are in the public domain and have been put there as a contact point, but that's very different to agreeing to join someone's mailing list. So they publish these email addresses with the intention they'll be contacted within their business niche. But as I said, that's very different to agreeing to be added to someone's mailing list who you've not spoken to before. A good example of this is if I went through a telephone directory and got lots of telephone numbers of local businesses who might be interested in my service. It's one thing me ringing them up to introduce myself, but not adding them onto an automated SMS service without them agreeing to receive SMS updates. That would be wrong. So as autoresponder services are permission based, then you'll probably run into issues if you load these email addresses up, and it will also cost you an absolute fortune if you uploaded the lot. So what you really need to be doing is using the email addresses as a first point of contact, and then only adding email addresses to your autoresponders from those people who are interested in what you're doing. So what you need to do if you don't have one already is to find and use some mailing software or mailing service that can send out emails in bulk or in large quantities. Most autoresponders charge based on the number of email addresses you load up. So you need a software or service that will allow you to load email addresses up in very large quantities, as you're going to have a lot of email addresses using TCF Email Miner. Now, there are lots and lots of software and services out there, but you need to do a little bit of research based on the functions you need and the price and the budget you've got. What we will do, either with this video or within our back office or guide, we will tell you what mailing software that we're currently recommending. But if you do plan on doing your own research, then the main thing you need to look for is volume cost, as you could quite easily get hundreds of thousands of email addresses from TCF Email Miner. So check out the charges of both how many email addresses you can load up to the mailing service, but also how many emails you can actually send with it. What I'll also do is include a recommendation for a self-hosting mailing service that we've used that you can plug into your own website and service, which will obviously solve all the issues around volume. Okay, so we've mined lots of email addresses from TCF Email Miner, and you've got your mailing software in place. So what next? Well, you may already have a strategy that works for you, but one of the things we do is we try and take them from being an email address prospect to being a full subscriber on our mailing list, and then obviously to become a customer. The reason we do this is because we host our mailing list on autoresponder platforms like GetResponse. So we only want to add people into GetResponse who've opted in and who are interested in what we're doing. So our first task with the email addresses we get from TCF Email Miner is to filter out the ones owned by people who aren't interested, as we don't want to waste our time mailing those people again. So we use what we call the prospect to subscriber method. Okay, prospect to subscriber. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So I've created this graphic to give you a picture and a bit of an overview of exactly what I mean. First up, on the box on the left is TCF Email Miner, which is sitting there mining email addresses for you all day. In this example, on the second box, it's already created us a very nice list of 100,000 email addresses. Now, we've got customers that have mined well in excess of 100,000 email addresses, so it's very easy to get very large numbers out of TCF Email Miner. Then what we want to do is we want to send those prospects an email to introduce ourselves, and on that email we offer them a lead magnet being a free gift. If the prospect likes the idea of what you're offering, then they click on the link in your email, which takes them to a landing page which perhaps goes into more detail on the lead magnet we are offering. The landing pages are easy to put together, and they can just be text-based, or if you want, you can get a bit more fancy. You can include a video on there as well. If the prospect then wants the lead magnet, then what they need to do is enter their email address into your landing page, and that will add them into your autoresponder service and onto your main mailing list. On this example, I've got 100,000 email addresses have gone to the lead magnet, and that's converted at 10% to 10,000 subscribers. Now, even if you're getting 1, 2, 5% conversion rate on the hundreds of thousands of email addresses you're going to get from TCF Email Miner, that's a very, very healthy conversion rate and a lot of subscribers to go onto your system. Now, if you're using something like GetResponse, this setup is really easy to set up as they have all the functions set up already to help you build landing pages and plug into your email campaign. It literally is all drag and drop setup, so it's really, really easy, and you can knock up these pages literally in minutes. Now, obviously, not all your prospects you get from TCF Email Miner will be interested, but what this process is about is filtering out people who are interested and more likely to buy. Now, one of my tips when using TCF Email Miner is to make sure your search terms when mining are as specific and as targeted as you can, because that will increase the number of people who are more likely to be interested and want to hear about what you're doing, and are more likely to enter their details into your landing page and become one of your main subscribers. Now, one of the other things you can do, which we do, is to add a Facebook tracking pixel to your landing page. This way, every prospect who opens your email and clicks on the link and goes to your landing page will also get added to a Facebook custom audience. Now, once they're on a Facebook custom audience, you can render adverts to them or sponsored posts directly onto their Facebook newsfeed. So if you want to spend a little bit of a budget on advertising, then it's a fantastic way of having that extra follow-up to the prospects that you get from TCF Email Miner. With or without the Facebook pixel, this way of using lead magnets to convert your prospects to subscribers and then to customers works really, really well. Okay, so let's talk about the lead magnet method. Well, the lead magnet method is one of the most effective methods that we use to take a prospect from the email addresses that we get from TCF Email Miner and get them to subscribe to our main mailing list and become a subscriber, become a customer. So using this method, you would send out an email to your mined email address and offer them a lead magnet in exchange for subscribing to your main mailing list. Now, a lead magnet is a free gift that gives them some value, gives them some information that might help them in some way, and it's actually quite easy to do. Lead magnets don't have to be lengthy, they don't have to be complex or time intensive to create. In fact, a long and complex lead magnet is most likely going to convert quite poorly. So you simply need to solve a specific problem with a specific solution that talks to the specific niche you've got this email address from. So think about what it is your market really wants and really needs. If you can figure that out and offer a lead magnet that promises it, prospects will gladly give you their contact information and subscribe to your main lists. Now, the key to making this method work is this: your lead magnet must be consumed by the prospect for it to have an impact. So it's got to be quick. It's got to be a quick lead magnet giving an instant return to the reader. The perfect lead magnet will offer tremendous value within 5 minutes maximum of the opt-in. So we don't recommend, for example, a mini course delivered over 14 days or a 300-page ebook as a lead magnet. These lead magnets are just too long to consume, and they're unlikely to be specific and talk to the niche that you're emailing. Now, longer and more comprehensive value lead magnets can be great to help convince someone to purchase a product, but in this case, all we want is for them to opt in to your mailing list. So a lead magnet that takes 20 weeks before they get the end benefit just don't work. So what we want to do is offer them something that tells them once they've entered their email address, they're going to get a payoff and a benefit within 5 to 10 minutes. Now, you want to use your lead magnet to pre-frame your relationship with that subscriber. Now, the best lead magnets do a lot more than inform. They actually change the state and the mindset of your prospect, so they are pre-framed to engage in future business with you or your company. So your lead magnet mustn't be some random content that you found. It should be targeted at the business niche from which you've got these email addresses, while solving a problem for them, but more importantly, being something relevant to the ultimate offer or service that you want to offer to them. If you can solve a problem for your prospects with just this little teaser of what you've got to offer, then they are much more likely for you to get not just an opt-in, but also a customer from it at the end of it. Okay, enough of the theory. Let's hop straight into a few example lead magnet types that you can use. Amongst them, there's definitely going to be one or two that's going to fit your business niche. The first lead magnet type is guides and reports. Now, these are probably among the most common types of lead magnets that you've probably already come across. The key, though, is making them of value and to give that fast 5 to 10 minute payoff we talked about. So if you use a lead magnet of this type, be careful, because if you make it too large, then it's not going to be specific enough and hit that hot spot of pain that the reader is feeling and wants a quick solution to. So guides can be great, but keep them very specific with no more than 5 to 10 minutes of content that tell the reader something of real value to their business niche that they can implement immediately. Next up is cheat sheets. Now, these work really well. They tend to have a different feel to them, the reports and guides, and they are generally quite short, so 1 page or so, and they cut straight to an ultra specific point. An example might be something like 6 quick LinkedIn tips that you can do today. Now, note the title. I'm telling them it's just got 6 tips. We've told them it's going to be quick, and we've told them it's something they can action today. So instantly they know these are going to be quick, actionable steps they can do today that will give them an instant result or benefit. These do work, convert really well, and targeted correctly, they're sure to get you a stack load of opt-ins. Next one is trend-based information. So an example of that might be the biggest marketing trends of 2017. Now, these can work really well as everyone wants to find out what's going to be happening this year or in the future. So these can be a really great way of getting fast opt-ins. Now, the only downside is you really do need to know what you're talking about and offer something genuinely revealing that makes the prospect think. Now, what you really want to do is hook these trends into something that you are actually doing or providing as a service. So for instance, if you're reporting that a particular social media platform will be the place to market on this year or next year, then you could perhaps have a product that's already ready that can provide help and training that they need to maximize their use of that platform. So this lead magnet type is really good. It's there to plant new thoughts and ideas into your prospect's head as the must things they need to know this year. And guess what? You're going to be there to help them with it. So it could also be the case that the prospect has already been thinking of doing some of these things on your trend list, and by receiving your list, it just reinforces in their head that there is something in it and they need to find out more. And as I said, you will be there to provide the help. Bingo, it works a treat. Next up is toolkits and resource lists. Now, these can make great lead magnets for the right business and market. The reason being is that they are research resources that could be of use right now to your prospect, and you're also saving them the time of researching this information out for themselves. So you're offering them a time saving and something of value. So here you could offer them, say, a resource list like 101 free traffic sources for your website, or 101 free online marketing resources for your businesses. Or toolkits can be lists of quick ideas that solve problems like 50 creative ways to advertise your business, or 50 top SEO tricks, tips and treats. Now, these can take a bit longer to create, but you can do short lists or longer lists. The main thing is that each piece of information is of use straight away. So it doesn't matter if your resource list is 10 items long or 101 items long. The prospect can get value from it from the very first item. So these done right, they can convert like dynamite. Okay, next up is video training. Now, this sounds like it might be quite a lot of effort to produce, but it really isn't. All you want to do here is create no more than 5 minutes of video content or training that solves a very specific problem for your prospects. Now, there are lots of ways of making short videos. You can literally grab your phone and record something, or you can record your computer desktop and take them through a demonstration of how you solve their problem. You could even do a short demo of your product, so just a 2 to 5 minute video on how your product can solve your prospect's problem or give them some benefit. the shorter it is, the more likely it is they're going to watch it. So make sure you tell them exactly how long the video is. If they know it's going to be 2 to 5 minutes, they'll watch it. If they think, oh blimey, this is going to be a 1 hour video, they're most likely not going to watch it. So tell them it's only a quick video and tell them what the payoff is. Next is free trials. Now, a lot of software companies, they'll often offer a free trial of their software as a lead magnet. We do it ourselves. We often do limited demo versions of some of our products, and it can work really, really well as it lets the prospect check you out and see what you've got without actually spending any money. But it's not just about software. The idea can work with any business niche or service where you can offer a free trial of whatever your service is. So it's a fantastic lead magnet because it lets people test out your product, test out your service before making that purchase decision. So fantastic lead magnet type. Okay, last up we've got discounts and coupons. Discounts and coupons are another very effective lead magnet type, and they've been around since the dawn of advertising. So you can mail the prospects an offer with a time-limited discount or coupon for your product or your service. Now, depending on what you're doing, this can be a very, very effective way of getting opt-ins to your mailing list. Okay, so that's the lead magnet method. I hope you found that useful. It's one of the most proven methods for getting people to hand over their email address to you and subscribe to your mailing list. So it works really, really well with the email addresses you're going to get from TCF Email Miner to take them from prospect to getting them fully subscribed to your main mailing list in, say, GetResponse or Aweber, and making them in the end a customer. Okay, before we finish this webinar, what I want to do is very, very quickly go through some of the common questions and concerns people have about TCF Email Miner and address those. If you do have any other further questions, you can get hold of us on Facebook or our support, so we can answer any other questions you've got. But what I'll do now is go through some of the most common questions that we get asked. Okay, the first question is it legal to mine email addresses in this way? Well, firstly, we'd advise everyone to check the rules in their particular country or their area of jurisdiction, just to check out any local laws or regulations. But in terms of the software itself, in relation to US CAN-SPAM laws, it doesn't generate email address, and also it doesn't harvest them from the websites directly themselves. All it does is find email addresses already published in the public domain that have been published on all the major search engines. All the email addresses the miner gathers are email addresses that have been published by their owners on the internet in connection with their particular business niche interests, with the intention of opening up communication with people. So let me repeat that. The owners of these email addresses have already published these email addresses into the public domain with the intention of being contacted within their business niche. So as long as you're keeping things on topic, you haven't got any issues at all. The software is not doing anything black hat or doing anything it shouldn't be doing. It's merely finding email addresses that have already been published into the public domain. We do, however, suggest that if you're doing any form of email marketing, that you check out any local laws and rules, as it can differ from country to country. Okay, on the same topic of legality, we also get asked, is TCF Email Miner a spam tool? Well, the answer to that is absolutely not. It's a data mining tool that finds you email addresses already in the public domain. So if I was trying to find hair salons in London that I wanted to market some products to, rather than search for those myself in Google or Yahoo one by one, the TCF Email Miner merely automates that process safely and very, very quickly. Now, in terms of what you do with the email addresses once you've got them, then you need to use those email addresses responsibly. And if you use them in the way they were intended to be used when they were published on the internet, then you've got a lot more chance of making new contacts, new subscribers, and even new customers out of those email addresses. Okay, next question is, can I resell TCF Email Miner? Do we have an affiliate program? Well, the answer to that is absolutely yes. All of our TCF Email Miner license owners will be offered the chance to join our exclusive affiliate program. You can't sell this software directly. It can only be distributed via our official affiliate program. We've got a great affiliate program we give 50% commissions. It's quite high converting. We have low refund rates, and we have lots of banner ads and landing pages that you can use to help you recommend and sell copies of the TCF email miner and earn yourself 50% commission on the net resale price of every one that you sell. Okay, final question is, will I get future upgrades of TCF email miner? Well, absolutely yes. Once you've purchased your license, then you'll get all further upgrades and fixes to your version of the software. The software itself will alert you to any upgrades, and it'll take you directly to the download page. We'll also email you with any upgrades, and also we'll be alerting people on our Facebook page, so make sure you follow our Facebook page. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the webinar. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today, and I hope you've got real value from it and it's given you a few ideas on how to use TCF email miner and the email addresses you get from it. Make sure you check out our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, because we've got lots more help and lots more videos on those. As I said, I'm Phil Spilsbury, and I hope to speak to you soon.